So we will start with decision making. Someone has joined again. Omkar Jalgaonkar. Okay, so decision as a manager, decision is very important. Taking decision is very important. Not as a manager, but in life also. In real life also, taking decision is very important. Instead of sitting just quiet on a chair, it is always preferable or advisable that you should take decision. And as far as possible, the decision should be correct decision. It should be a right decision. And many times we, in our lifestyle, in our life, we come across stages where we need to take the decision, like right from the 8th standard, what are the subjects to be taken, whether we have to take maths or commercial maths, or whether we have to drop maths. Again in 10th, which language we have to take. Then after passing the 10th, whether we have to go for science, commerce, arts, that decision. Then again, whether to drop maths, whether to drop biology. So these decisions throughout the life we are taking. And taking correct decision or the right decision is good. But taking no decision is not advisable. Whether you want to do service or whether you want to do business, you please take a decision. And that's why there are some communities where they don't mind even if their ward take the wrong decision, but at least they are happy that he has taken some decision to take this business, so they will support. Okay, you want to start this business, okay, you have taken this decision, good, I appreciate. Okay, take this money for capital. Don't worry my child, even if it is wrong decision, okay, but at least you have taken decision and you are working in that direction. So that is what is most important. At least you are not, sitting with folded hands, what to do, what shall I do. At least you have taken decision to start this business. That is great. And then doesn't matter even if you are lost, doesn't matter. So decision is the conclusion of a process by which one chooses between two or more options. This is what is your decision making, and taking correct decision is your skill. So managerial decision making is very important in management, and it involves series of decisions like what should be done, when should be done, like when we have to start making the umbrellas, when we have to start making the cold drinks. Now the summer is coming, now monsoon is coming. How to do it, where to do it, what is the location, who will do it. So these are all, questions you have to ask while making a decision. So it's an act of choice. There are several definitions given. So it's an act of choice wherein a manager forms a conclusion about what must be done under a given situation. So all the definitions are correct, but the first one is the most appropriate. That is, it is the conclusion of a process by which one chooses between two or more available alternative courses. So decision with regard to future course of action for the organization over short or long terms may be directed. This sentence is important in every conceivable physical and organization area. Huh? Like whether it is inventory control decisions or whether it is marketing decisions. See, marketing, as I told, that there is a difference between a sales and marketing. So, marketing decisions are very important. What to market, what product to market, where to market, location, how you are going to manufacture those products. So these decisions plays very crucial role in marketing. What are the importance of decision making? So decision making in any business, why it is required? Because on the basis of decisions taken by you, the other things can be worked out, like supply of raw material, financial, that is funds, then technical know-how, that is whether to make in-house or whether to import technology from abroad or from other countries, and any other information. So this all depends on decision. Like suppose if you see, everywhere there is a scope nowadays. Whether you talk about BCom, BA, MCom, or you talk about BTech, everywhere, as long as you go deep and deep in that particular area, hmm, everywhere there is a scope. Even if the saloon also there is a scope. Sandwich makers also, I can see, in our colony, he had started his business on a footpath, sandwich wala, and now he owns a shop in the same locations, just starting on a footpath, because uh, of the hard work, and he is going deeper and deeper in that particular area. Even doing a course in hotel management, that is, somebody wants to become a chef, that is also fine. At least he has taken a decision when he was studying in 9th standard or when he was studying in 8th standard. Yes, I will not go for engineering or medicine. I want to become a chef. And he has conveyed to his parents, okay, I want to become a chef. So the parents can think in that order. They can start, saving financial funds. Hmm. Okay, so now there is no point in spending the money on big classes like PACE, Karla Shukla, 5 lakhs, 7 lakhs. But they may think, yes, I must, save the money, that tomorrow, suppose if my child is becoming chef, and suppose after a experience of 3 4 years in a hotel, if he takes a decision to start his own hotel, then I must give some capital for him. So for that, I should have a fund of say 50 lakhs or whatever it is. So based on his decision, the parents are thinking in that direction. I say. Hmm. So decisions are usually made to attain the objectives. What are the objectives of the business? Hmm. And whether the enterprise is hmm, small or big, changes will always occur. huh? The peoples will always change. Unforeseen contingencies or unforeseen situations will always arise. And accordingly, because it is market is always dynamic. It is not simply routine. And business is nothing but there will be lots of ups and downs. There will be lots of ups and downs. Like if there are festives, like now Navratri, so the tailors, they are working overnight. Otherwise, nobody is going to the tailor. But now they are not taking any rest. Morning में 3 a.m., 4 a.m. they are working, and again they hardly sleep for 4 5 hours, and again start so much of load. So it is dynamic. Ups and downs in business will always happen. They will not be for 24/7. There will not be any profit. Of course, there will be exceptions, but you should be ready, with the decisions. Like suppose if I am going to get a loss, or if there is a threat for the demand, or all of a sudden if there is surge in the supply, then what decision shall I take? Okay, so accordingly your decisions skills, or accordingly your decisions will change. So the management cannot escape, or you cannot escape out of the decision making process. So it's very, we say it's very important, or it's very vital to all management activities. So what are the steps in decision making? Somebody is waiting. So broadly, it can be, classified under 3 steps or 4 steps. That is, the first step is to define the problem, and that is what is called the problem definition. So this is very important. Problem definitions or objectives. This is very important. That you must write the problem, right? And that's why when you are sent for internships and when you are doing the project, the very first thing that we ask you to do, that you identify the problem, and you must write down the problem. You must start writing down, start documenting. Moment you start documenting, then the things will come automatically. You will get the directions automatically. You can take the decisions automatically, but you must document it. So first you should have objectives, then you write down the problem, and we call it the problem statement. Then you decide upon your methodology, that is which method you are going to use, because in maths, if you want to solve one particular numerical, then there can be 2 or 3 methods to solve it. So you have to define the methodology, then you have to take, or you have to write, or you have to document the action plan. So in action plan, you have to target, you have to give the dates, like studying the problem, defining the problem 1 week, then evaluating the current situation. This is very important whenever you go to any industry. First thing is, what is the scene today? What is the today's scene? That you have to document. You can also take the photographs also. Collect the data, existing data, because this data you are going to compare with your new data. That is, once you implement. So very first thing is, collect as much as data possible, current data. Then whatever techniques you have suggested or you have planned, use those techniques to improve the current stage, and then you either suggest a future stage, or we call it the future state, and if you have time you implement it. If you don't have time, then you suggest it. If you have time, you implement and see the results, and then compare the results. Now if you want to compare the result, then you should have a old data or old statistics. Yes. So initially inventory was of 20 lakhs. I have applied various zero inventory techniques, and that 20 lakhs is reduced to 5 lakhs. So much of improvement in percentage. Then you can write down percent improvement in terms of percentage, in terms of saving in time, and in terms of saving in money. Okay, and then you conclude. You do result analysis and then you conclude. If you cannot implement, then at least you can propose that what will be the expected benefits, or what will be the expected result. So these are the steps in decision making. So first is define the problem. Then second is आपका methodology, that is in which you write your various techniques or courses of action. Then you have to evaluate the alternatives. And out of this, like suppose if you are selecting or if you are suggesting four alternatives, then you select one alternative out of that. So these are the steps in the decision making. Now what are the type of the decisions? So these are the important types of managerial decisions, like programmed and non-programmed decisions, major and minor decisions, routine and strategic decisions, organizational and personal decisions, individual and group decisions, policy and operation decisions, then long-term, departmental, and non-economic decisions. Departmental decisions are also important, because, and before departmental, personal decisions are important, because the personal from inside to outside, you have to go from smaller circle to bigger circle. So first is you have to take decisions, then departmental decisions, and then your organizational decisions, like that it is. Like how we start with our postal address. So in the postal address you have to go from small to big. So always you have to go from small to big. So just a minute. Then you have major and minor decisions, that is small decisions, big decisions. 1 minute. Then routine and strategic decisions. Organization and personal, individual and group decisions. Like I was telling you, how do you write postal address, your postal address? So first you write your room number or flat number, then your floor number, then name of the building or being name of the building, then society name, then street name, then uh, colony name, then street name, and then city, okay, district, state, and then country, like that. Then you have policy and operation decisions, long-term, departmental, and non-economic decisions. So these are the various type of decisions. All right. So programmed and non-programmed decisions. So programmed decisions are those which are made in accordance with some habit, or as per the rule, or as per the procedure. So usually every organization or most of the organization, they have their own quality manual, or they have written, or mostly written, only written policies or guidelines, huh, which helps to take the decision. And whenever you join any organizations, then they ask you to go through their quality manual. Or even if you go to institutions, as a student, uh, you are informed, during the orientation program, that attendance is compulsory. Then a formal dress, or not necessarily formal, but a proper uniform or dress. In case of school, it is uniform, hmm, is required. Attendance is required. You have to come in times. Regarding the submissions, etc. So these are all written, isn't it? Even we take the submission, so there also the marking scheme is given, that if you submit it in time, or if you don't submit it in time. So similarly, organizations also, they have their own written manual, own written rules, like whether how many CLs, how many sick leaves, how many earn leaves, whether if you are going on outdoor, then what you can claim, whether you can get taxi fare, or whether you can get auto fare, or whether you are eligible for bus fare. Like suppose if it is at the level of peons, then they are not allowed to go by rig or by cab. They are supposed to go by bus. Same aeroplane also. So depending upon, so everything is written depending upon the categories, positions, whether you have to go by first class train, third tier, three tier, or by aeroplane. Aeroplane again, business class, economic class. So all, everything is written and documented properly. Hmm. And basically, program decisions are, you know, helpful when there are, routine situations, daily situations. I say. Hmm. So the manager, HR manager, or production manager, he'll just look at the policies, and he will take the decisions. Or if somebody is coming aggressively, मेरा लीव क्यों कैंसिल किया, मेरा लीव क्यों सैंक्शन नहीं किया, then he will show you. The clerk will show, sir, this is what our policy is. uh, you are already exceeded, or it's a sandwich leave, means you have clubbed with the holidays and you were not present for the previous day, so you cannot claim. So like that he will show. Non-program decisions are those that deal with unusual or exceptional problems, which are, see, there will be always circumstances that everything you cannot, document. Even in our constitution also, why there are amendments and amendments every time? Because there can be different situations. So in those circumstances, or in those different situations, you need to make another laws, because there are no laws for those circumstances. So this is what is called as the non-programmed decisions. That is, whenever any unusual or exceptional problems comes, so that time it will be helpful to take the decision. If you talk about organization, then it can be, these problems can be how to allocate an organization's resources, what to do if the demand for the particular product is decreasing, how the community relations can be improved. So these are not the routine situations. These are all called as the exceptional problems or non-routine. So you will not get answer, straightforward answer in a book or in a manual. So these are called as the non-programmed decisions. Then second is major and minor decisions. So decisions related to like CNC machines. So now CNC machines is costing minimum 15 lakhs. So that comes under a major decision. So that authority is not probably given to the junior peoples. So where there is a team or there is a committee, sanctioning committee, who will take these decisions. But if it is just a purchasing of, you know, cartridge or pens, whiteboard markers, so for those to sanction, the committee permission is not required, because that may be few hundreds or at the most thousand. So that authorities or powers are given to the juniors. So if you are joined supply chain management or purchase department, then you will be given some authority depending upon your experience. Okay. Depending upon the number of years you are into. So initially it may be few thousands that you can sanction up to 5,000. Afterwards, your sanctioning authority is raised. So this is what depends upon the type of the purchases that you are going to do. If it is a greenfield project, okay, then the decisions will be taken at very high level or top management. Greenfield project, because it will be investment of crores, 1,000 crore, 1,500 crores. So that's a supra major decisions. Then third category is routine and strategic decisions. So as I told, routine decisions are repetitive, and there is, I mean, it's not difficult. Strategic decisions, they are related to the policies, organization policies, and they are taken at the higher levels, top level management, top management. Like I told you, diversification or some turnkey projects or greenfield project. That is, yes, now this particular model, what we are manufacturing, will last for another 2 years. So, what to do after 2 years? Because this greenfield project or a diversified project cannot just be started in a day or in a month. It takes 1 year or 1.5 year to entirely start a new project. So it involves right from selection of the product, selection of the site, equipment, installation, prove out, etc., etc. So those are all. So for that you have to have a strategies at top level. It also include the market, supply chain, logistics, how to tap the markets, what will be the pricing, what is the scope of expansion in that particular diversified product. Like now people have started thinking that car, so maybe after few years the cars which are running on engine may become obsolete, so it will be all electrical vehicle, battery driven. So people have started installing, battery plants. Again, in battery plants, whether to go for lead oxide batteries or whether to go for lithium batteries. Those who are already into the lead oxide, they are trying to diversify it into lithium batteries. So these are all strategic decisions. So you have to have a vision. Then fourth is organization and personal decisions. So organizational decisions will always reflect the policy of the company, whereas personal decisions, they relate the manager as an individual and not as a member of an organization. So personal decisions cannot be delegated to others, whereas organization decisions can be delegated to others. That is whatever the hierarchy is: presidents, vice president, GM, assistant manager. So organization decisions can be delegated to others, but personal decisions नहीं. वो आपका पर्सनल मामला है, तो आपको उनको ही कांटेक्ट करना है. लाइक दैट इट विल बी. Then individual and group decisions. So this is the same place, that is individuals decisions will be taken by a single individual and group will be by a committee, group of, that is more than one. So that is what is called as the group decisions. Like project banana hai, in an educational institution. Now we have introduced mini project. So we make a group of 3 students or 4 students. So the group decides uh, which project to go, what project to do, how to do. So it is a group decisions. Sometimes the mentor also helps to select the project. But then what happens? The mentor is always experienced. He may not be able to visualize that whatever is there in his mind, students will be able to do it or not. So that's why uh, many times he leaves to the students or to the group. Then policy and operative decisions. So policy decisions are very important, which are taken by the top management. Hmm. And it will always have a long term impact, hmm, because they are related to the basic policies. And operative decisions means day to day operations. डे टू डे ऑपरेशन डिसीजन मतलब आज मेरा टारगेट इतना है, ओके, सो कल टुडे माय टारगेट इज से 300, सो टुमारो I have to produce 350. So what decisions I will have to take? I will have to have extra raw material. I will have to have extra peoples. Maybe I will have to work overtime. Hmm. So these decisions you are taking, at supervisory, or we say at middle management level. Policy decision अभी देखिए, whether to give bonus or not, that is a policy decision. Operative decisions में calculation of the bonus, that is your operation decisions, operative decision. Then next is long term departmental and non economic decisions. So long term decision matlab the time period covered is long, and the risk involved is more. Departmental decisions, they related to a particular department, like say gear manufacturing or foundry or pattern making. So departmental decisions, they relate to a particular department only, and they are taken by the departmental head. Like in our institution, production engineering is a department or mechanical engineering is a department. So those decisions are taken by HODs, head of the department. Then you have non-economic decisions. Non-economic decisions means which are not directly related to the money or finance, like say technical values, moral behavior. These are your non-economic decisions. So what are the different theories of decision making? The major theories of decision making are this: the intuition or the traditional theory. Traditional मतलब जो चलते आ रहा है. Then next is classical theory, and followed by the behavioral theory. So intuition, in these decisions are taken by intuition. Means intuition means what I feel. What I feel this is appropriate, I say. That is what is called the intuition theory. मेरे को जो अच्छा लगा वो मैं करूँगा. So in that case, he will not bother to ask others. Like a child. Child बोलेगा मेरे को ये करना है, हाँ? Or a simple example, there are say 4 5 classes in your cases. Like there is a Lakshya class, or Pace, or Rao, or Karla Shukla, RSP. So the child, the student, he is deciding, no, 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 I will join Pace. But he is not bothered to take decisions of his parents or uncles or whoever is there in the education field. He is just simply telling, no, I want to go to Pace. बस हो गया. बिकॉज उसका बिल्डिंग बड़ा है, वो नज़दीक है, हाँ, क्लासेस आर एयर कंडीशनड. सो दैट इज व्हाट इज हिज इंट्यूशन. एंड अदर देर आर नो एसीज, फैंस है, थोड़ा लंबा है, लाइक दैट. So that is the intuition theory. The next is classical theory, which is opposite to intuition theory. So here the decisions are taken rational. So all the alternatives, possible alternatives, are investigated in classical theory, and the best alternatives is selected. That is classical theory. And then the behavioral theory. So behavioral theory, it is made on the basis of a actual prototype model, that is simulate. So we actually simulate the real situation on the computer. So this is what is adopted many places. Behavioral theory, that is, and there are many softwares which are available for simulation. That is, real situation you can simulate on the computer. And the computer means it is, you don't have to invest anything, only you have to invest in the software. Like we have Arena, and many students, they simulate their situations, industry situation on the Arena, and that is helpful for decision. So that's why this simulation software is also called as the decision softwares, because they helps you in taking decision making. Or they are also called as the what if analysis software. What if analysis, that is, what will happen if I add one more worker, or what will happen if I remove one machine, what will happen if I remove two machines, what will if I happen if I change the location or the position of this machine from here to another. So you can simulate all these alternatives on the computer, and it's a risk free environment. You don't have to invest anything, no money, only in the investment is in the form of software, that's all. And real situation में nobody will allow you to do these changes on the shop floor. तुम बोलेगा मेरे को ये मशीन शिफ्ट करना है, वहाँ पे शिफ्ट करके देखना है, हाँ, what is its impact on the production, so nobody will allow you to do. Hmm? So in behavioral theory, you are, you know, actually simulating, or you are actually making the model of the situation of the line. It can be assembly line, it can be production line. Hmm? That helps you to take the decisions fast and correct. So if it is a type of decision is a program, then decision making techniques, this is traditional and modern. So if it is, if you are using modern techniques, so what are the different modern techniques, like operation research, mathematical analysis, models, computer simulations, data processing, data analysis, data science. Then traditional techniques क्या है? We look for the habit. What are the SOPs given? What is the structure, organization structure? So they are the traditional techniques. But nowadays, nobody goes for these traditional techniques. Everybody uses modern techniques. OR. So OR helps you to take the decisions faster. So there is an increasing trend also for the students going for OR at masters. So operation research itself is a branch at PG level. Then non-program, non-routine, one shot, random, unforeseen. So these are all non-programmed. So traditional, इसमें कैसा रहता है? The experienced peoples, they take the decisions based on their experience, based on their judgment, based on their intuition, what they feel this is right. Sometimes even cane, छड़ी, नहीं मैं जो बोल रहा है वैसा ही करो. So that we call it the rule of thumb. But modern techniques, We use heuristic problem solving techniques. So we make the programs genetic algorithm, GA, ant-colony algorithm, particle swarm optimization techniques, PSOM, taboo search. So these are the different heuristic computer programs which are helpful for taking decisions in a random situation or where the situations are dynamic. And this is very emerging, and there is a scope of research in this. And many PhD students, they are focusing on this heuristic computer programs like genetic algorithm and colony algorithm, ACO, swarm, etc., etc. Okay, so we'll continue next time this decision making process. So thank you so much. Any doubts?
No, sir.